Greetings students, I hope you're all doing well and having a somewhat sane week. I know that the overlying circumstances are a bit strange, a bit surreal. However, I think that if we abide by the sort of quarantine, isolation instructions, I think this will go quicker than if we don't, so it's worth it. I just wanted to send you a quick video about how the rest of the class is going to go. I sent out online course schedules for the rest of the semester via D2L to all classes. For mythology, let me just go over that very quickly. For the Tuesday-Thursday class, March 17th, 19th, and the Friday class on March 20th. You're not going to get anything but this video that I'm filming right now. We're not supposed to give you any sort of instruction, but take a week off to prepare for moving everything to online. Next week is spring break. For the Tuesday-Thursday class, that's March 24th, 26th. For the Friday class, it's March 27th. I hope you're not going to Florida, but I hope you are able to get a break, maybe get your head away from some of the stuff that's going on, but stay vigilant. And then school resumes basically in April, and we'll start with on Tuesday 31st and Thursday April 2nd for the Tuesday-Thursday class. We'll start with the Grimm's Folk Tales. There are a couple of readings, or I think 3 stories to read, and then there is a task for you to do, and I will give you more instructions on that because we might have to change things a little bit. This will occur Friday, April 3rd for the Friday class. I'll probably send you 2 videos, the same videos to both classes. So that will be the Grimm Folktale week. The following week, which is Tuesday, April 7th, Thursday, April 9th, or Friday, April 10th, is the Arthurian Legends week. And there are 2 selections from the textbook to read, and a pretty simple task to do for that. So there'll be 2 weeks of material to go through and tasks to do. Then we have the following week, April 14th, April 16th, or April 17th, a week to prepare for our modern folk hero papers. And I will probably send out 1 video with some guidelines on that, and then we'll do some sort of exchange thing like we did for the first paper, where you kind of all share your ideas. So that'll be the following week. I've cut 1 week of theory out, so there's not going to be 3 weeks of theory at the end of the class. There's only going to be 2 weeks. So April 21st, 23rd, and 24th, that's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be looking at Joseph Campbell and Claude Lévi-Strauss. There'll be a couple of readings to do, and then a task, and then the week after that will be Freud and Jung, similar format. I had to cut a week from the course, so I cut Frazier and Robert Graves, who I've talked about, and I'll try to mention them in passing, but I'm taking out the readings and that week of doing their particular theoretical work, although I may mention it in one of the other classes. And then the final week, which is Tuesday, May 5th, or Thursday, May 7th. We'll probably do it on May 7th, or Friday, May 8th for the Friday class is the final exam week. And we'll probably just do, I'll send out the exams and give you a couple of hours to complete them and send them back. It'll be something as simple as that. So that's the schedule for the rest of the semester. And I'm trying to make it easy by using YouTube and just using D2L to hand in, or for me to hand out materials, and keep it fairly simple. I've heard from most of you did watch the videos and put a comment in to indicate your presence, but not all. There are still a few people from each class who I have not heard from. Now, I'm not going to hand out absences for last week because I was the one that was ill and called the class off. However, for upcoming videos, the last 3 or 4 weeks of class, The only way I can consider you present for the class is if you indicate your attendance via those videos. So it would be nice if I could hear from everyone and make sure that we're all on board. I realize that there are lots of challenges to online learning, and you didn't sign up for an online class, and I didn't sign up to teach one. It's a lot easier to stand in front of the class and see all your faces, and I kind of figure out fairly easy who is inspired, who is interested, who is not interested, who's reading, who's not reading. All that gets a little harder doing it remotely. I don't get to see real-time reactions. I don't get to see real-time comments. So I would just say do your best and try to indicate that you are reading the material and that you are keen to do the responses and address the rest of the material for this class. I can't force anyone to be interested in this material. All I can hope for is that some of you, or most of you, find it interesting, rewarding, and are able to do the work and be able to finish the class. If there are any difficulties or issues, just contact me and we'll try to work through them. Also, for submitting work, I found it rather difficult when everyone submitted a attached file for the tasks. So let's just do this. For tasks, and there's only a few left, just cut and paste into a D2L message, or I've set up 2 folders with no stipulations on them, and you can submit the tasks to those folders in D2L. It just says mythological task or mythology task or something like that. Only send attachments for the final paper. Those I want in your formatting and to be able to see how you laid them out. But for the tasks and the small response stuff, I think you can just type into the message window or cut and paste from whatever document that you've created at home. That way I can just open, I've got 50 students, I can just open the message and read and then grade, and I don't have to fiddle around with trying to open some 50 files. So if you would do that, that would be just fine. Of course, for the papers, you are sending a file, preferably a Word or a PDF file. And I will allow you, if you prefer, because some of you have had problems sending attachments via D2L, of course you can send those to my email as well. As long as I get them and I'm able to open them on my computer and read them, that's all that really matters. But for the tasks, please just send in the body of a message or use the folder that I've set up for your particular class. It'll just make it a little bit more easier. And I thank you all for your well wishes last week. As you can tell, I sound better. I didn't have anything, I'm 99% certain it was nothing to do with the coronavirus. However, you could probably hardly hear what I was saying because my voice was and sinuses were so bad. So hopefully the videos from here on won't be as difficult to listen to as those were, and I appreciate your patience in listening to those. Please, please do indicate that you are seeing these videos and doing the work. We have to continue grading as if this were a normal class. Of course, I will work with you if you need extra time on things, given the current situation. But if you don't indicate your presence, I have to consider you absent, and if you don't hand in the material, then I am not able to attribute a grade for that particular item in the grade book. So if you haven't checked in yet, please watch the videos from last week, please respond, and also be sure to keep up with the videos when they resume in early April. And you will probably be getting 2 per week, and you can watch them at any time. I'm not going to make you watch them at a particular time. You can You can watch them in your own time and respond sometime during that week. Let's just make it one D2L message per week. So if you have a task and a couple of other things to submit, try to do it in one message so I don't get 200 or 300 of them. That would work really well for me. Or use the folders that I've indicated have been set up in D2L. I think that's it for now, so I'll just keep this short. I did want to show you this from the last class. It was kind of a Egyptian god bingo, and just to give you the results here. So number 1 is Amun-Ra, the king of the gods. Number 2, going from left to right, top column, is Anubis, god of the dead. 3, Hathor, the goddess of the pharaoh. 4, Horus, the god of the sky. 5, Isis, the wife of Osiris and the mother of Horus. 6 was this guy down here, the beetle-looking guy. Is the only one who's not one of the 9 main gods. And I know some of you come up with minor gods as well. 6 is Khepri, and I think one of you had him. He's the god of the sun at dawn and the creator god. 7 is Khnum. He's the god of the flooding Nile, fertile land and pottery. Then there's Osiris at 8, god of death and resurrection. Set, or Seth, is 9. He was the god of chaos and confusion. And then Thoth, the god of writing and knowledge, here in the bottom corner here. So thanks for those of you for taking part in that. It was fun to see who you picked. A lot of you picked some minor gods and goddesses, which was absolutely fantastic. And some of you had these 9 main gods on this particular sheet as well. I will not be sending you any videos next week. You have spring break. I'm going to leave you alone. The following week we will commence with the Grimm folktales, which takes us quite a lot into the future, or into more contemporary times, as per the ancient mythology that we've been looking at. And I look forward to talking about those stories with you. So have a great spring break next week. Stay well, stay vigilant, and I'll talk to you soon. See you then.